Hi, and welcome to V Nation Deep Dive Podcast, where we keep it 100 at all times. Classy, but savage. So, welcome. Today, our topic is going to be about abortion. Um, we like to keep things a little open so that the community, people of the community, could feel comfortable and have somewhere where they could come and talk and be themselves and have their opinions without being judged. So, um, if you all would like to have a certain topic on the podcast talked about, you can hit the email at vnation279 at gmail.com, or you could just add in the comments. I check them. I see y'all. I read them. But yes, but on a real note, on some serious stuff, we're here to talk about a headline that's a pretty big deal, and more of a big deal to some people than others. We're here to talk about the abortion laws that are starting to go into play and that are on hold, and how women feel as a whole. I believe that we all should be entitled to what we want to do with our body. Um, it's kind of controversial. Um, I usually don't dab in politics, but this is a subject where I just felt like could be talked about on V Nation. Me personally, I don't believe in abortions. I wouldn't have an abortion. I'm going to say I wouldn't have an abortion. I know I can't say what I wouldn't do unless I was in a certain situation, but I'm saying right now, I wouldn't have an abortion. Um, I just feel like at a certain point in your pregnancy that's a child, that's a human. It has a heartbeat, um, forming arms, legs, head, eyes, everything. Um, I just, everybody has an opinion. And my opinion is I don't do abortions. But I also believe that as a woman, we should have the right to decide, you know, what we do with our bodies. These are our bodies, these are our temples, and I just believe out of respect that there shouldn't be a law on what I can do with my body and what I can't do with my body. You can sit here all day and judge and say, oh, well, you know, keep your legs closed, or don't be out here sleeping around, use protection, and you won't get pregnant. And we know that that's kind of like me telling the kids, don't go jump on a trampoline because you might hurt yourself. If you jump too high, you might fall off. You might hop, hit the ground. Oh, now we want to go see how we can go. Oh, so let me go and, have my fun. Like, we can't really just, I am not going to sit here and just judge people because they decide to do what they want to do with their bodies. That's just not who I am. But I personally don't think that I would ever consider having an abortion. So yeah, let's dig deep in. Let's dive deep, okay? So a couple of things that I seen going across the headlines I got went across my phone was the ban. When I seen the row, when I seen it go across my screen, I was like, oh, what's going on right there, So it kind of took me a little minute to sit down and like read it, and I'm like, oh wow, But it's politics, and that's why I try not to dig in them. I don't really do a whole lot of politics. I just kind of try to steer clear, have faith, and hey, make make it something. Make life what it is. Try to excel here and there and keep it moving. But one thing, something that I ran across was they had it labeled like red states, blue states, green states type thing. Red states Republican, blue states Democrat. Then you got the, people that don't vote. So anyway, I just want to kind of read a little part of some of the stuff that I read in case some people missed it or didn't really understand what they were saying. As far as the red state and blue state and orange state, the red state governors and attorneys general moved swiftly to ban access to the procedure and announced special legislative sessions to restrict abortion in the minutes and hours after Supreme Court's decision. That tells me that they've been waiting on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go that fast, you move that fast, minutes after, like, okay. So it says their blue state counterparts quickly issued executive orders and announced new policies to protect abortion and prevent abortion rights opponents from prosecuting providers and patients for pregnancies terminated legally in their state borders. That goes back to, I think that as a woman, you don't my thing is, you really don't know what a woman has went through. You don't know if she got raped. You don't know if she was molested. You don't know if it was a family member that, impregnated her. You really can't. That's why I say you really can't. You can't sit here and judge what they chose to do. If a person decides to have an abortion, who are we to judge that? We have our own opinions about what we're going to do, how we're going to do it, because it's our body. I think that we should have that choice. So at the end of the day, that's like taking people's rights away from them. That's what I see it. That's how I see it. You're taking my rights away from me. So, at the end of the day, you're taking my rights away. So, yeah. Another little paragraph, it said, but those steps are likely just the first as the fight for abortion rights shifts back to the nation's state houses for the first time in nearly half a century. They waited a half a century to decide that they wanted to take the rights away from women that wanted to have abortions. And, a half a century. It states that it may take months for the status of abortion rights in many states to become clear as lawmakers pass new bills. Proponents and opponents of abortion rights file lawsuits and governors take executive action. It happens so fast. It's like, how do you know? How? Like, it gets you like, you be like, huh? Really? What? It says the Supreme Court has voted to strike down Roe versus Wade, the landmark case that upheld abortion rights for the past 50 years. Yes. 10 years before I was born. But I ain't telling y'all my age. But okay. Then for 50 years, women have relied on their constitutional right to make their own medical decisions. North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper, a Democrat who stands between his state's Republican-controlled legislator and an abortion ban, said on Friday, that means it's now up to the states to determine whether women get reproductive health care. An abortion policy will remain in the hands of the states for the foreseeable future unless Congress reacts. Federal abortion protections or restrictions. As of Friday, this past Friday, which they're mentioning about, an abortion is illegal in 7 states. Alabama, Arkansas. Woo, pig sooie. Okay, yes, I'm from Arkansas. I'm a Southern girl. South Dakota, Kentucky, Louisiana, Missouri, and Oklahoma, except where it is required to save the life of the pregnant person. Basically, if it's not life or death, you got to keep that baby. Abortion is also banned under civil law through a private enforcement mechanism after 6 weeks of pregnancy in Texas. The legal status of abortion is unclear in Wisconsin, which is where I am now, in West Virginia, where pre-Roe laws remain on the books. Proponents and opponents of abortion rights disagree about whether those laws are enforceable. Now, last I heard here in Wisconsin, I was riding down the street and was listening to the radio, and they was like, if y'all plan on going to any of these parenthood places to get abortions or anything, y'all might as well not go because they're not doing them. Allegedly. I'm not sure if it has changed since I was listening to the radio a couple of days ago. They got bans in Ohio and Tennessee that take effect 30 days after the Supreme Court issues the final decision. Some red states rushed to implement their so-called trigger bans on Friday, with Missouri attorney, a Republican, announcing he had certified the Supreme Court decision overturning Roe within 20 minutes of the ruling coming down. The Supreme Court voted to strike down Roe versus Wade, the landmark case that upheld abortion rights for the past 50 years. 50 years. For 50 years, women have relied on their constitutional right to make their own medical decisions. North Carolina governor, a Democrat who stands between his state's Republican-controlled legislature and an abortion ban, said on Friday, that means it's now up to the states to determine whether women get reproductive health care. Okay. An abortion policy will remain in the hands of the states for the foreseeable future unless Congress enacts federal abortion protections or restrictions. Yeah. Those are some of the things that I ran across where they showed up. Just Indiana. In Indiana, a Republican governor asked the legislature on Friday to take up abortion in a July 6th special session where lawmakers were set to address tax-related issues. Abortion remains legal in Indiana, though it had long been expected lawmakers would move quickly to ban the procedure if the Supreme Court overturned Roe. So in Indiana, they're waiting. They're waiting because they plan on making it. From what I'm reading, allegedly they. Yeah. It said they will move quickly to ban the procedure. So Indiana, y'all, keep your eyes peeled and your ears open. South Dakota governor, a Republican, also announced a special session later in the year to further address abortion rights in the state. Even though abortion is already banned, 3 other Republican governors in Montana, West Virginia, and Nebraska said they were consulting with legislative leaders on the next steps. So they already in motion. They're ready. They're ready, to go ahead and make it illegal. But y'all, that ain't nothing. Y'all, hold on, I got something else for y'all. So St. Louis alderwoman, a Democrat, introduced measures on Friday that will allocate $1.5 million in federal recovery funds to aid abortion access, including $1 million to organizations that offer logistical support, including child care, transportation, and lodging. Y'all hear that? To people seeking abortions, and $500,000 to establish a reproduction equity fund to support providers who offer pregnancy care. So All these they just included $1 million to organizations that offer logistical support, including childcare, transportation, and lodging to people seeking abortions, and 500,000. Huh? Yeah. For providers who offer pregnancy care. Yeah. Yeah. So for those who, don't mind offering child care and transportation and lodging to people who want to travel and get abortions, you can get paid because they have $1 million. They're including $1 million to organizations that offer support. Something else I ran across, Mallory Schwartz, executive director of Pro-Choice Missouri, says she anticipates the bill will be voted on before the Board of Aldermen goes on recess in July. July is here. They already, come July the 1st, they already finna put a stop to some stuff. And in Austin, Texas, council members called for a special meeting of the city council to take up a proposal to effectively decriminalize abortion in the state. So, yeah. Yep. They said, we're really the last line of defense at this point. The federal government has now stepped to the side. The state government is aggressively attacking abortion rights. And now we, even though we're the lowest level of government and in many ways the weakest level of government, we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that whatever is within our power, we can protect abortion rights and protect women. That's what they said. They're in, and that's in Austin, Texas. So, yeah, Austin, Texas is a state that wants to protect their women, and I salute them on that. I have no other. I have nothing to say about that. I salute them on wanting to protect their women. They should want to protect their women. All states should want to protect their women. Don't get me wrong, men as well, but women are more vulnerable. We have more things going on with us as human beings. So I salute them on wanting to protect their women. I really do. They say there's an uncertain future in purple states. Meaning, they said Friday's decision underscored how the future of abortion policy in a handful of purple states rides on the outcome of the November election. This fall, Roe is on the ballot. So Roe is on the ballot anyway. So they really basically just taking it out early. They're getting it over and done with early. Personal freedoms are on the ballot. Like I said, back from the beginning, I believe that every us as women should have the right. That's that's freedom. Having the right to do what we want to do with our bodies is freedom. We should be free to decide what we want to do. I don't believe in abortions. It's not a religious thing. It's not a none of that or anything. I love kids. I'm a natural born hustler. I'm gonna take care of what I push out. I'm gonna take care of, period, regardless. Whether I got the help, mine's gonna get taken care of. So abortions that's why they're out the question for me. For those who might be wondering, well, you're against abortion, so why are you on here having this conversation? I'm having this conversation because it's freedom. I still think that people should have the right to do what they want. I have the right to think or feel that abortions are not right. That's my opinion. Everybody has their own opinions. Everybody have their own reasons if they're having an abortion. I can't knock nobody for what they do, how they do, and why they do it. That's their business, not mine. I just know what I like and what I don't like and what I want to do and what I know me. Okay. So yeah, this fall, Roe is on the ballot. Personal freedoms are on the ballot. The right to privacy, liberty. Y'all hear me? Liberty, equality. They're all on the ballot. President Biden, Joe Biden, said on Friday. So all of that is on the ballot for November. So when y'all go vote, remember that. We already starting to lose our freedom and a lot more stuff. But that's another topic for another day. We got Michigan. In Michigan, for example, a state judge temporarily blocked the state's 1931 pre-Roe ban from taking effect. The future of abortion in the state depends on myriad factors, including whether Democratic Governor Whitmer wins re-election and whether Democrats continue to control the state Supreme Court. We need to clarify that under Michigan law, access to abortion is not only legal, but constitutionally protected, Whitmer said Friday. All right, Michigan. We see y'all. In Kansas, abortion is protected, though voters will have a chance to undo constitutional protections for abortions during the August primary. If that measure passes, the Republican-controlled legislature could take up an abortion ban, which Democratic governor will likely veto Kelly up for re-election in November. So, yeah. Y'all might just have it made for those who, is on that level. So, now we're going to move on to blue states. Blue states moved to become havens, they say. West Coast governors on Friday moved to establish their states as sanctuaries for those seeking and providing the procedure. They issued a multi-state commitment to protect patients and providers from other states' restrictive laws, block extradition requests from other states, and prevent doctors from being punished by insurers and professional licensing boards. Yeah. So that's for, the ones that want to take the doctor's license and stuff because they do it. They got to eat too, y'all. And once again, free will. Why mess with someone's free will? Abortion is free will. You have the free will. That's your free will if that's what you want to do. I don't believe in them, and I'm still not okaying it, saying that it's okay to do it, but I can't determine what somebody else does with their body, California governor, Oregon governor, and Washington governor, all Democrats, also pleaded to expand access to medication abortion, remove barriers to telehealth for reproductive health care services, and grow group of providers qualified to perform abortion. Oh, wow. In blue Massachusetts, where abortion's access is codified into state law, Republican governor signed an executive order Friday morning declaring that the Bay State will not cooperate with the extradition requests from other states attempting to prosecute abortion patients or providers, and prohibiting state agencies from assisting other states' investigations. Okay. Democrat legislative leaders in Massachusetts are building money for abortion clinic security and infrastructure into the state budget, possibly millions of dollars. Ongoing budget negotiations also include a proposal that would extend the protections Baker put in place Friday and expand access. Unlikely to advance such as measure to his desk. For now, abortions are allowed in Virginia until the third trimester. The third, y'all. The third. Whoo, I would tell y'all my sickest moments when them 3 times I was pregnant, but I'm gonna keep that to myself, okay? Whoo, the third trimester? Okay. Yeah. Massachusetts Attorney General a Democrat and the state's leading contender to replace Baker when he leaves office in January, also vowed to block other states' precautions. Illinois governor, a Democrat, announced he will be calling the legislature into special session in the coming weeks to take swift action to further enshrine our commitment to reproductive health care rights and protections. Abortion is legal in the state, and the state Supreme Court has found a right to abortion in the state's constitution. New York governor, in conjunction with the state health department, announced a new public awareness campaign to let people know that abortion is still legal in the Empire State. New York say it's still legal. They ain't on none of that, because y'all know it's kind of up to the governors at this point until they actually, it actually goes through Senate to get voted on. So New York, hey, they announced a public awareness campaign to let people know that abortion is still legal in the Empire State, including a website with information about abortion rights, providers, supports, and payment options in New York. As long as I am governor, is what he said, this state will protect you. Hochul said. I hope I pronounced his name right. But he said, he protecting his people. If you're in the Empire State, you will be protected by your governor. He said he ain't going. I just think that people should definitely have the right to decide if they want to keep a baby, not keep a baby. If it was ever an option like that, I think that if I had to, I'm gonna say if I had to do it, hypothetically thinking, if I had to, it would definitely be in the very early stages. I have a conscience, so I'm pretty sure down the road I probably would be thinking like, what if? I wonder what it would have been a girl. I wonder what it would have been a boy, or I wonder what he or she would have been about 3, 4, 5 now, and I wonder what they would have been like. I don't like to think like that. So I enjoy kids. I love kids. If anybody know all the kids, if you know me, you know the kids love to come to my house. I let them do whatever they want to do, as long as you ain't tearing my house up, putting holes in my walls, and ripping the cotton out my couches, and all that type of stuff. They do what they want to do. Just have fun, enjoy yourself, and don't mess up and tear up my stuff. Okay. I spoil them and I send them home. That's my thing. But I love kids, so that's why I couldn't see myself having an abortion. But to each his own. This is a judge-free zone. That's why I say that's my choice, my opinion. We're all entitled to it. Everyone has their reasons for whatever it is that they do, whether it's right or whether it's wrong. So I just felt like V-Nation, there was something that V-Nation wanted to have a conversation about today, and I would like to thank everyone who joined the podcast and listened to it. If anyone wants to make any comments about it, you are welcome to make comments. You can email VNation at vnation279@gmail.com, or go on our platform. We're on Spotify, YouTube, and Anchor. And all those names are VNation Deep Dive Podcast. That's the name on each platform. So you guys are welcome to go on and listen, leave a comment, email us if there's a certain topic that you guys would like to talk about. We have co-hosts from time to time. So, over here we like to keep it classy but savage. I know. Yeah. So, thank you all for coming once again. And don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and comment buttons down here, down here, right here, over here. Yeah. Don't forget to hit those so that you can get updates on podcasts that we have. And once again, thank you all for joining us. Bye.